All right, welcome everyone. This was heavily requested after my A Day in the Life of a SOC Analyst video. I'm not sure why, as I started the video with me saying that I bang my head on the desk and I drink 12 cups of coffee a day. Y'all are some sick people. While that was a joke, there's a little bit of truth to it. As a SOC analyst, something called alert fatigue is real. It is a lot of work, but it is very fulfilling, and I do have a lot of fun doing it. So, without further ado, this is the roadmap to become a cybersecurity analyst. And this is exactly what I did to get where I am. So, first things first, we need some kind of technical experience, right? Because as they say, becoming a SOC analyst is entry-level position. But cybersecurity as a whole is not an entry-level genre or field of study. Cybersecurity comes when you have a general understanding of technology. So, how do we get that? Well, my experience came in the form of Geek Squad or Best Buy. Now, I did work there for just over a year and a half, but I believe you can do this with only about 6 months of technical experience. And no, this is not that video that's like, you don't need any experience at all. The YouTubers who do that do not care about you. I said it. They are just trying to get clicks. Because of this, can you get into cybersecurity without a technical career or job experience? Yes. But do you want to try to do that? No. And the reason why is because it will be very hard to get an interview. And if you do get an interview, you are not going to be able to answer the questions that they're asking you. And this type of technical experience can come in any form that does the following for you. Do you have a general understanding of computer hardware, computer software, and troubleshooting know-how? So if your computer screws up, do you know what to do to make it work? Now, do you have all of the components to make it work? Probably not. But do you know generally in what direction? How do I get this to work? Oh, I should just be able to do this and it would work. So if whatever your job experience is, if it has enabled you to be able to answer those questions, that is good enough experience. Okay, so we have your experience. We need to build on that. So what I did next was study networking. This is because we need to understand the general premise behind the attacks that we will be analyzing. And the absolute foundational piece of this is networking and understanding the way computers communicate with each other. So what I did, and this is not sponsored by CompTIA, not yet, I would love for that, but it's not. I studied for the CompTIA Network Plus, but I did not get it. I strictly wanted to obtain the knowledge, and I suggest you use the CompTIA Network Plus because there is already resources out there for you to follow. It's an established networking certification. Just follow that. Follow the roadmaps that you see online, for example. Okay, so as you see, I just went to Professor Messer Network Plus. Professor Messer, as you will learn on this journey, is an invaluable resource. Okay, so let's go to this right here. Professor Messer's CompTIA Network Plus. Okay, this is who I studied. I studied this whole thing, and I'm not sure if this is completely up to date. I'm not sure if he still updates these in general, but I'll say this. The Network Plus, even if this is 3 years old, this will still teach you a great foundation of networking. Because computers haven't changed the way they network. You still send a GET request to a server in order for it to retrieve YouTube onto your computer, and it pops up on your browser. So study networking. There it is. Third step is to get your Security Plus, your CompTIA Security Plus. The CompTIA Security Plus will give you the foundations of cybersecurity. It's recognized by the government and by all major organizations, all organizations in general. We all know what the CompTIA Security Plus is, and it's the baseline. So yes, this one, it's a must. It's a must. So step 4, and this is kind of like a bonus step, but this video is intended to be the most efficient, to help you the most. I wanted to also stand out by having a red team certification, right? There's blue team and there's red team in cybersecurity. Blue team is what this video is about. It's about SOC Analyst, right? You're defending, you're the blue team. And then there's a red team, which is the hackers or the penetration testers. So I wanted a red team certification, one, because I'm very interested in it, and I was also interested in it at the time, and 2, in order to stand out, in order to show, hey, yes, I know blue team, but I also know red team, and because I know red team, you should hire me because that will make me better at blue team, right? In order to catch a hacker, you have to think like a hacker. So I got this certification right here, the EJPT. This is the Junior Penetration Tester certification. I might be able to get us an affiliate link for them. Hopefully that should help us out. And here are the exam objectives, right? It's all laid out for you, and it will teach you assessment methodologies, host and network auditing, host and network penetration testing, web application penetration testing. This was invaluable. I loved this. And through this passion I had for red teaming and the idea I had for getting this red team cert for this SOC analyst position, I was a little bit lucky in this regard. The hiring manager that eventually hired me on to my first SOC analyst position, he also had the EJPT. So we were able to connect on that front, and we actually spoke about it at the interview. Now, the EJPT, it's kind of up in the air. Will this directly help you? Yes, in terms of if you're trying to gain the knowledge, which that should be your goal. Gain the knowledge to absorb it to become the best security professional you can, right? If you're doing that, absolutely it's about to help. But in terms of the way it looks on your resume, it's up in the air. I will tell you, it likely will not help you, but you could get lucky, like how I did. And somebody saw the EJPT and they knew, oh, I've taken that. It taught me a lot. Let's interview this person. It doesn't hold as much weight as something like the OSCP, which is a whole nother video. So that was the bonus step 4. Next, step 5. Most of these SOC analyst job positions that are truly entry level, they still kind of want something like 6 months of experience, right? It's as if they're trying to hire on people that had internships. So in order for me to bypass this, I created a home lab. And this is the exact video I used to create that home lab. Of course, all of these resources will be in the description of the video. And this is Josh Madakor. He actually he's pretty much how I got into this cybersecurity field. I watched a lot of his videos. He was a great resource. So now, of course, I'm paying it forward. Follow him. He is great. Follow him. He's fantastic. So this is the video that I watched. This is almost an hour long, and it will take you longer, right? Because you're going through it for the first time. But you will really understand a lot from this video, and he's just fantastic. I love you, Josh. If you're watching this, man, hey, you are fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. And with that home lab, I truly analyzed everything. I learned everything I could with it. I added things to it. I redid it. Okay, I built it and then took it apart and then built it again. Okay, so our step 5 was our home lab, incredibly important for putting it on the resume as security analyst experience. And I literally just put under experience security analyst / security engineer at home labs, because you're creating the whole Azure lab. So you are a security engineer, and then you're analyzing everything that's happening in it. And then I just detailed everything I did within that experience section. Step 6 is watching and truly understanding what a security analyst is. So watching day in the life videos to get a complete understanding. Oh, I will be doing this. Complete deep understanding of what they do so that you know how to interact in a job interview and so that you know what you're getting yourself into. The next step is studying what cybersecurity analyst job interviews look like. What are common questions that they will ask you? And I'm going to tell you, you'll probably watch like 5 to 15 videos on this, and you will see a reoccurring theme of what is asked. When I went through, they were asking about ports. So networking ports and what they're for. So for example, port 22 is SSH. Port 23 is, what is it? Yeah, so port 80, HTTP, etc. Check out some videos on that. All right, the last step, and that is perfect your resume and apply like a madman or woman. Any SOC analyst job position that's asking for 2 years or less, apply for. Now, something I just glossed over, but is incredibly important, is perfecting your resume. Really learn how to look like the best candidate on that resume. You need to build it so that when you look at it, you would say, I would hire me. Absolutely, I would hire me. Look at me. Dang, I look good on that paper. All right, and there are plenty of resources for that. I'll see if I can find the resume that got me my first job, and I'll include it in that resource section. That's going to be a beefy section, all right? Can't say I didn't do nothing for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and even if you did not enjoy it, all you have to do is do the steps, and you will get to where you want to be. I did it, and I got there, right? So I am proof. That's the big thing too, is taking that risk and thinking, man, I'm about to put all this time in. I hope it's worth it. Listen, do you want to stay where you are forever, or you want to take the risk and do it? And it ain't a risk if you just keep going and don't stop. It's not a risk. You only fail when you quit. So if whatever happens, you just have to go harder, learn more. I believe in all of you. But the real thing is you need to believe in you. So thank you for watching, however many steps this was. I think it was 7 or 8. I threw a bonus in there too. That kind of threw me off. So thank you, and subscribe for more cybersecurity videos.